What's up guys, it's me, Code Coffee What If, and today I'm doing this what if that I wanted to do, because I can, and this is my channel, and you can't say nothing about it, except for in the comments. So, Deku in this what if is going to be born as a female, and also, Deku's quirk is called, Hand of Life. Yes, Hand of motherfucking Life. So basically, what Deku can do is heal any wound, and even bring people from the brink of death. By the brink of death, not from the dead. So, also, Deku's quirk has a counterpart. So basically, what you see on the image right now is Deku. On the right hand side is the one with the healing quirk, and the one on the left hand side is the one with the other quirk I'm going to explain right now. So Deku has a healing quirk, and then he has this other quirk that destroys. Well, basically, it's like Shigaraki's quirk. It destroys anything in its way, but instead of making it into dust, it just, well, as soon as she touches it, it just disappears. Like, part of it just disappears. Like, it was nothing. Like, there was nothing there ever. There's no ash or nothing left. So yeah, Deku's quirk is a emitter quirk. Yeah. So yeah. So Deku can switch from quirk to quirk. He can switch to quirk to quirk. And yeah. So Deku, when she was little, and her name is Azuka. Yeah, her name is Azuka. It's her female name, I guess. Just roll with it. So yeah. So Deku when she was little, Zuka, she wasn't really bullied. She was actually like praised because of her quirk. But she never told anyone about her other side of her quirk. Also, I forgot to mention this, but Recovery Girl is Inko's daughter. So that means Inko has Deku's healing quirk, but doesn't have the other one. The one that makes everything disappear out of thin air. So, in this what if, Inko's actually a hero. She's a support hero. And she supports All Might. And when All Might got his wound, Izuka was able to heal it. So All Might doesn't have a time limit this time. Yeah. So he is gonna still pass down his quirk though. But he doesn't have his Small Might form. So yeah. So yeah, where was I now? Okay. So so it comes to middle school, and Azuka's really pretty in this one. If she has short hair, yes, she looks exactly like this. If you see in this what if, we must protect this smile. Okay. So a lot of dudes like her, a lot of boys like her, a lot of the girls like her too because she's really kind and sweethearted. Azuna has still not told anyone about her other side of her quirk. So when the teacher walks in and says that it's time to talk about your futures, he turns around and throws the papers and says that he already knows that you guys want to be heroes. Izuka, does want to be a hero. But she wants to support a hero instead of become a hero, mostly. But, no, she does want to be a hero, but her quirk's more like a support, quirk. That's why she has been training non-stop. Yes, she has been training. You see right now, this is what her gown looks like when she uses the other side of her quirk. So she's gonna have like whenever she's using this quirk, her eyes go dull, her hair turns black, and you can't really recognize her from this one right here. So you can't really recognize her. And this one, her hair's just still green, but it turns black. And it turned off. Fuck. Is it still going? Yes. So yeah. Is it? Yes. Okay. So let's continue this. So she's goes home early. No, she wants to go home early, so she takes the tunnel. And also want to mention this, she has done a lot of combat training, like Navy SEAL training. Like gun pointed at your head, is able to turn the tide and literally just grab the gun and point it at the other person, or like knife. And she has been she has a large knowledge of healing and also using bandages and other stuff. Yes. See more, please. So, okay. This is her. Okay. This is her hero outfit for her other court. So yeah, this is what she looks like in school. Yes. So now, let's continue. So she starts walking home. That the sludge villain's there, and the sludge villain gets on top of Azuka and starts suffocating her. Azuka turns on her other quirk. Her hair turns black. Her eyes go dull. Is that the word? Yes, I think so. And she touches the sludge villain, and part of it just disappears, like it was nothing there. And the sludge villain is scared and tries to let go of Azuka, but Azuka is grabbing tight to the sludge villain because her Discord also notifies quirks too. So if you had like a quirk that has like regenerability or something like that, that would just go through it like nothing. And imagine this, she just like did making your arm just disappear, and then you say that you have a regenerated quirk, and it tries to regenerate, but it just rots away. Basically, when she touches you and she touches a part, that part would no longer regrow, or basically it doesn't grow back. Yeah. The only person that can grow back is basically Azuna. Zuka, I mean. God dang it, keep on missing her name. So, the Sludge villain is being slowly torn from inside out. And the Sludge villain passes out because of the pain, because he hasn't felt pain in years. I mean, like, since he was born, I guess. So yeah, what else? So Omai arrives and he sees that there's the sludge villain's on the ground, and Azuna already changed back to her other side, the healing one. And she sees All Might, and she knows All Might because of her mother healing him, saving his life. So yeah. So she goes up to All Might and says she is a fan of All Might, but she's a bigger fan to her mother. Yeah. And Old Lady, also known as Recovery Girl. Yeah. So she actually just gets All Might's autograph, and All Might sees that he knows Azuna, and he doesn't know about her other side of a quirk. And she says, "How do you take down the villain?" And she said that, just using my skills. Because she doesn't want to tell anyone about her other side of a quirk. Yeah. And as I said, Azuna is extremely muscular. So she's no pushover. Yes. This one is creepy, but I'm going to use it. So, Azuna walks home, and she gets home and she's thinking of ways of like using her quirk. And she's like to a rookie. She doesn't use her other side because how well she doesn't use it because it's dangerous. And she accidentally uses on someone, she could probably kill them. But Toroki on the other side doesn't like Squirk because it comes from his father. So yeah. So let's see. Um so she gets the idea to train her quirk, the one that dissolves anything and everything. So she goes to the beach and she sees like all the scrap metal. And she turns on her other side of her quirk. And she goes around and just disintegrates all of it. It's like, imagine this, putting your hand in water and just like running through it. Like there's just no force behind it. She's just doing that. And it's like disappearing too. So she cleans it up in like about 5 months. But she also does training because she knows that her quirk isn't really fit for combat. Well, except for the other one, but we're gonna use that when it's necessary. Okay? So yeah. Deku trains for the entire months, and she also studies too. A lot. So yeah. So, so it comes to the entrance exam, and Izuka starts walking, and she doesn't trip because she is confident, and Azuna gets first place in the written exam, and now it comes to the practical exam. So she's in her hero outfit, I guess. More like, what's she in right now? Let me see if I can find something. Um, Give me a moment. Let's just say she's just wearing something like this. She's wearing something like this. Yes, this. Okay, sorry, I almost dropped my phone. So a lot of people are looking at her and just seeing that her dress is kind of weird, kind of not. And they see that she has a cross on her, that, the thing right here, that thing. They were thinking that she has some kind of healing quirk probably. And everyone gets ready to run because Person might say 1, 2, 3. And then he says go, and everyone starts running. Azuna is pretty fast. And then she turns on her other side of her quirk. She completely just touches a robot by the heart and just disintegrates his entire heart. And it falls backwards. Yes, it falls backwards. Give me a moment. Okay, this is how muscular she is. That's all I wanted to show you guys. So yeah. Hey, let me read this. Okay. So Zuna just goes through the entire villain like it's nothing. And she can do it throughout her entire body, but she's only doing it on her arm because she doesn't want to disintegrate almost anything in her way. And her clothes aren't affected by this. Anything she wears is not affected by this too. So yeah. So let's continue this. So let's see. So she goes around and actually gets a fair amount of points. And then the 0-pointer. Zuna looks up and sees the 0-pointer. And she starts running because she doesn't want to get crushed by the 0-pointer. But then she sees Uraka under the rubble. So she gets up and starts running again back over there. And she's really fast too. So she gets there before the 0-pointer. Like, the 0-pointer is about like 25 feet away. And she just disintegrates the entire rock. And Uraka is looking at her and terrified because her eyes are dull, she has black hair, and she just disintegrated all of this entire rock. And then Azuna turned back into her healing mode, I guess. And her hair goes back to green, and her eyes turn bright to green too, like emeralds. And she heals Uraka and tells her to get up, that we gotta go before we get crushed. And they both run, and they make it out. And the 0-pointer's still going around. So Zuna decides to try to stop it. So she turns on her other one, and she rushes the 0-pointer. And she starts melting its entire, well, its entire leg, mostly. Like the thing, his entire leg, its entire leg. And it slowly starts stopping. It's still going, but it's slower now. So, yeah. So, Prison Mike yells 1, 2, 3. I mean, not. Prison Mike says that the test is over and that all combatants must stop. Azuna feels confident in herself because she got like a large amount of robots. So she goes home and she gets a paper. And she sees a video of All Might. And the video says that you passed. And you got 200 points because you had hero points and you had points from destroying the robots. And All Might explains that hero points are points that are made for saving people and saving other people in danger. You did a well job of doing that. And also, you even took out your time to stop 0-pointer from moving any further. Well, by little. And All Might says that it's time for your story to begin. Your My Hero Academia. Welcome to UA. So the next day, the first day of UA, she walks in and Bakugo, I gotta put this in. Bakugo does have a crush on Izuna, but I'm not shipping them. Yes, I'm not shipping them. Comment down below who I should ship her with, I guess. So, Bakugo goes up to Zuka and congratulates her by making it to UA. She does the same, and Mineta and I forgot the other dude's name. The one with the electrifying quirk that he wears it. He wears electricity. Denki Kaminari, I think his name is. They're both gawking at Izuna because of how hot she is. I'm just gonna say it. So yeah, they're drooling over her because she's really pretty. And then Mr. Zara walks in and tells everyone to get ready. Tells everyone to be quiet and sit down. And tells everyone to go get a uniform because we're going to do a exam. And whoever comes in last place will be expelled. Azuna's looking down at her hands and she's thinking that her quirk she might get expelled because of her quirks. But she doesn't freak out and she just concentrates on the mission. She gets a determined look on her face and she goes change and everyone goes outside and Azuna did get first place for 200 points. So Mr. Azawa told Azuna to go throw the ball. And Azuna is like saying in her mind that maybe getting first place was not a good idea. She grabs the ball and she gets in a throwing stance and she throws it pretty far, like almost like she throws it the same as a pro baseball thrower, mostly like that. And she gets around like let's say 500 meters, I guess. And she looks and she gets like 500 meters. And she's glad that she got that because that could have been the turning point for her being expelled. So she goes back in line and Mr. Zawa tells everyone that all the tests must be used with your quirk, so yeah, prepare yourselves. So it comes to the 50-meter run. Instead of Bakugo and Deku, I think it's Ida and no, it's Uraka and Izuka getting ready to run, and Uraka makes all her clothes light in the anime, and Izuka turns on her healing quirk throughout her entire body, like one for all. And she starts stretching, and she actually pops her neck. And then, they start running, and Izuna's really fast. She gets, well, let's say it was, like, she gets like 10 seconds, and she runs really fast, and she's wondering how, no, Uraka's wondering how she's able to run that fast, and then she gets first. She doesn't get first place, but she gets, like, somewhere around there, and then it comes to the, what was it? The grip test, and she gets, like, around, let's say, third place. And she's glad with that. She doesn't care. Okay. No, she does care. She's just glad she got third place instead of anything lower. Then it comes to the, excuse me. It comes to the jump test. She gets a little bit higher what Deku did in the anime. So yeah. Then Mr. Aizawa tells everyone to line up because he's about to show the scores. Izuka gets, let's say, third place. And the last person was, well, Mr. Aizawa this time actually saw potential in everyone. And he tells everyone that he was just joking, like in the anime. Everyone's relieved because none of them wanted to get expelled. So, yeah. So, not right now. So I'm going to do the heroes versus villains. So the heroes versus villains were... The heroes versus villains, okay. So, Izuna and Uraka get teamed up against Ida and Bakugo. And Izuna, well, instead of having... Well, she has this dress, but her dress is made out of nanotes. So basically... Wait, hold up, give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. So basically, whenever she turns on her other quirk, the nanos adjust her clothes to what her quirk is. She adjusts to this, and it got turned back to that. And that, you know. I'm actually going to change one more thing about her. Her hair does not go black, because I do not like that anymore. Forget black and just put green. So, yeah. The only thing I'm keeping is dull eyes. Okay. So, she walks into the building with her costume on, and Uraka and Azuna get a plan ready. And if you see, she has like a cloak under this one, and she has like a skirt under these two. When I said she did like military training, like Navy SEALs, she has weapons on her. She has weapons under her skirts, pretty much. I did have an image of that, but I lost it. So yeah. So she has weapons under her skirt. She has some practical, like, smoke bombs, throwing knives. She has a pistol, that she has rubber bullets in, because there's like just a test right now until we have to go live ammo. And then she has, what else? She also has medical stuff because she does heal people. She still can heal people too, because she still, that is the same thing. Her costume and her other costume, both the same thing. So yeah, so she does have medical stuff on her too. Okay, sorry about that. So Bakugo actually rushes them, and Azuna uh, gets a knife out, and Bakugo turns the corner, and he just sees a knife going at him, and it goes into his shoulder. Goes into his shoulder, and he starts bleeding, and all he sees is just a boot to the face. And he's knocked out, instantly. And Azuna takes out the knife from his shoulder and heals his wound because she doesn't want him to bleed out. But he's still knocked out. Then they go both for Ida. Ida's making his monologue of a villain, and well, this time she activates her other quirk, and her eyes just go dull, and she walks in. And also, if she has gloves on, it doesn't really work. Yeah, if she has gloves on, it doesn't work. But for healing one, it does. So yeah. So like the disintegrating part of her quirk doesn't work if she has gloves on. Never mind, I'm not gonna put that in. Forget about what I just said about the gloves. So basically, yeah. So actually, never mind. Actually, keep that about the gloves. So she walks in and takes off her gloves, and her eyes are just dull. And Ida goes for a kick, and Zuna just puts her hand up and catches his leg and disintegrates it. And he falls onto the ground, and he's thinking in his mind, what just happened? And he looks down, and he sees his leg is just like disappeared. And Azuna's just walking up to him, and she just kicks him in the head, knock him out. And all the students are shocked because she just disintegrated his leg. And she touches the bomb, heals Win, and she goes back to her other quirk, and regenerates his entire quirk. And actually, she waits there until Ida wakes up, and she apologizes for doing it. And Ida scolds her a little bit for doing that, but he thanks her for healing his leg. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it off here. If you guys like this one, please comment down below. Comment down below what her hero name should be. Lady. I don't know. I don't know. It just has to do something with her quirk. So, goodbye, people. Farewell.